let's get over to Jed Castles with the out the door forecast. Jed.
Guys, good morning to you. Another hot one today. We'll nose back up to near 100 today. And like I just showed you just a moment ago, those 100s are going to drop anchor, and they're setting up from now all the way to the end of that 9-day forecast. So the heat is on, hot conditions on the way today. Dog days of summer are here, light winds, hazy conditions, humid out there, lots of bright sunshine. The air is kind of stagnant. You can see on the horizon there some lines. So that's some of that smoke that gets kind of caught up with that inversion that's just above us. And so that kind of shows you what kind of pattern we're in here across Oklahoma today. Let's look back over the last 9 days. We'll take you to just after 4th of July. 100 on the 5th, and as you can see there, much of late last week, very, very hot. We had a cool front come in over the weekend, did dip us down into the 90s, 97 there on Sunday, then jump back up to 100 on Monday before another front came in and dropped us to 94 this last Tuesday. So we've had a chance to drop into the 90s, but more 100s are on the way today. And if your air temperature doesn't hit 100 today, which most likely it will, your heat index will more than likely be above 100, especially through southern into southeast Oklahoma, where that heat index today will nose up to 105 to as high as 110. That expands on in northern parts of Oklahoma on Friday as that heat builds across the state. The air is stagnant with these days, dog days of summer type conditions, light winds, really just kind of stagnant air. Those pollutants just don't move off of the metro, off of the populated areas. So there's going to be an ozone alert day today from the Lawton area up through central parts of Oklahoma, includes Oklahoma City and Shawnee, more Norman, Purcell, and then on up towards Stroud, Tulsa, into parts of Osage, Washington counties there in northeast Oklahoma. You know the drill on this, no two-cycle engines. If you can carpool, using less emissions, that's better. If you have pulmonary type health issues, you're the ones that typically suffer the most from this, but you kind of notice your breathing may not be quite as good as it typically should be. And really, you can see all across Oklahoma, the air pollutants kind of build this time of the year with that inversion that tends to build in. So that's the story there. Live view from our tower cam and also from our Regency cams shows 76 right now. Southeast winds at 10 miles per hour. Live looking toward downtown OKC. Nice shot. Clear skies out the door early this morning. Bright and sunny. That'll take us through 9 o'clock. We'll be up around 80 degrees. 91 at 11. We'll climb through the 90s, and by 1 o'clock, we'll be closing in on 100. Should hit 100 by 3 o'clock. Our high today tops out near 101 coming up for today. A few upper 60s in spots, and those feel pretty nice right now in east parts of Oklahoma, but most of us are warm. 70s across Oklahoma, some upper 70s around Clinton and also the Woodward area. So high pressure sitting over the Rockies kind of noses out into the plains, and that nose is what's keeping our weather hot and will keep us up near or above 100. And that'll take us into next week. The high does weaken a little bit, then shifts off to the east as we go into late next week into the following weekend. So high pressure's overhead. The main jet track, storm track way up toward north. That's where you have your storms and severe weather is up in this area. But our weather, just hot. It's going to be downright hot, high pressure building in, and that's going to keep our temperatures up near or above 100 really the next 9 days. 90s, 100s as high as 106 in Altus. 90s, 100s for tomorrow. Again, highs back up near 106 in Altus. Altus, you've had lots of 100-degree days already, and you'll keep adding to that. Here in Oklahoma City, we've already had 5 days. We'll add to that, so by the end of that 9-day, we'll be up in the teens as far as number of 100-degree days, the way this forecast looks.